are 100% true. That when we reach the end of our own strength, when we feel like we can't take one more step forward, when we feel totally and completely helpless in the situations we're in, there is hope and there is a strength greater than our own just waiting for us to call on it. Do you believe that tonight? About a year and a half ago, I began working on a new record called The Story of Your Life. The idea was to ask people to send me their stories, and then I would write songs inspired by these true stories that people sent to me. I thought I might get a couple hundred stories and it'd be a neat little creative experiment. And then I received 10,000 stories. That would be like if every single person in here sent me an email. Immediately I regretted that idea because I don't read so good. I spent 2 months in a cabin in Tennessee and I read every one of those 10,000 stories. That's why I wrote My Own Little World, because it rocked my own little world. It opened my eyes to see that every single one of us has a story to tell. And what I also learned is that every single one of us throughout the course of the stories of our lives, we will be brought to that place where we're at our knees and we are helpless and we can't fix us. Stories like this single mother from a woman named Tanya from Indiana. She inspired Strong Enough. She's got 3 kids. She's doing all she can to raise those kids, working 2 jobs. She's working hard, but she feels helpless. And meanwhile, her teenage daughter, Haley, she was on her way to college. Haley doesn't have a personal relationship with Christ, just pursuing her own life the way she wanted to make it happen. When she suffered a near-fatal car accident, she's had 13 surgeries, couldn't go back to college. Her insurance was canceled. Tanya wrote to me about one night in the hospital. She was trying to comfort her daughter. She wrapped her arms around her and she said, "Haley, I just want you to know that God promises He won't put anything on you. He won't let you go through anything that He doesn't think you're strong enough to handle." Haley didn't want to hear that. She said, "Oh yeah, Mom? Well, God must think I'm pretty freaking strong." Have you ever been there at a point in your story where you're thinking, "God, you got the wrong person for the job here. I can't do this. I'm not strong enough." Listen, I don't know what you're facing in your life. I know I've been at those places in my story. I see what God's brought me through. Tonight I'm just standing here. And I want to share with you, man. I don't know what awaits you outside these doors after Winter Jam's over. I don't know what you're going back to. Maybe a troubled home life. Maybe troubled relationships. Maybe that loss of a job. Maybe that's all you're facing is that impossible mountain of adversity. I had a guy come up to me at one of our shows last weekend. He said, "Would you pray with me? My wife just walked out on me and I'm raising 4 kids by myself." We stood right there in the hallway. We prayed together. Another person comes up to me and says, "Man, the story of my life has been a story about cancer. I'm facing the battle of my life. Would you pray with me?" Tonight, I don't know what your impossible mountain is, but I do know this. Wherever you are in the story of your life, your story is far from over. God promises to be the author and perfecter of your story. And so before I walk off this stage, I just wonder if we could just take this opportunity to take hold of that promise, to take it through another day and know that God's not going to leave us alone out here. We can make it and we don't have to be strong enough. Amen? Would you lift your hands if you want to in an act of surrender? Lift our voices and sing, "I can do all things." I can do all things through Christ, through Christ who gives me strength. And I don't have to be, and I don't have to be strong enough, strong enough. God bless you, Sacramento. I'll see you again soon. Thank you.